he is so old and so long ago that it's hard to wrap our head around, because I think a lot of people, like, I grew up in the Goldberg era, you were around for the Goldberg era. I think a lot of people listening to this probably were around for the Goldberg era, but we have to remember 1998. I mean, that is his heyday is in 1998. Now, obviously, he had a couple blips and bloops here and there, and that's important to an extent, but his heyday was 27 years ago, Joe. 27 years ago. I mean, it's absurd. Who walks to the ring with a noticeable limp. He's 58 years old. His heyday was 27 years ago. And I thought, and this is kind of what I wrote in my article, and I guess if we preview this match, this will kind of be, if this is our preview for it, this is kind of what I'll say, is it's like, to me, it's completely laughable that in today's wrestling, the idea that this guy could walk out and Gunther could be even scared for a second about this guy, I find ridiculous. Because that would never happen in any other era of wrestling. But because of our addiction to the Monday Night Wars and to 83 weeks and our addiction to all this sort of shit, that this guy can come out just because he was from that era, that guy could come out and he could still make one of the top stars and your most dominant champion, and the guy that's been champion for 800 days, when you combine all of his title reigns in WWE or whatever, he can cower in fear at Goldberg, a 58-year-old Goldberg, because that's sort of what we've done, and that's what we've kind of cultivated out of professional wrestling these days, where that would never happen in any other era. You know what I mean? Like I mentioned it earlier, and I talked about it in my article. If The Rock was out there cutting a promo in 1998 and Pedro Morales walked down, do you think The Rock is going to cower in fear at Pedro Morales, or is he going to call him an old motherfucker and hit him with a rock bottom and get him out of the ring? Like, that's probably what he's going to do. It'd be ridiculous, and we would never accept it if Pedro Morales walked down there and The Rock cowered in fear and ran away or whatever. Like, we would never, ever accept that, but in today's wrestling, we have accepted that.